Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. That is not right. Okay, guys, sorry about that little hiccup at the beginning, but it's time for the character creation stream. So, my only channel member, Underhill, are you here? If not, it's okay. I can wait on you. We should talk a little bit about the remaster. Yes. I really hope my thing is on track here. But anyway, yeah, those of you that don't know, the remaster is coming out on the 15th of next month. I'm hoping I get my books earlier than that, but we'll have to see. We're getting changes to the Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Ranger, Rogue, Witch, and Wizard. Witch and Wizard are getting big changes, but the others are getting slight changes, I think. But we will have to see when the books actually come out. I've already ordered my books, so we will have to see. Okay, cool. Underhill is here. Awesome. Okay. So, Underhill, what do you want to build today? That's the question, isn't it? His he must be off too. I'm not entirely sure. It may be on my end, it may be on his end. I do not know. But anyway, while we're waiting on him, yeah, I'm really excited about the changes to Witch and Wizard. But I'm more excited. Okay, cool. I'll finish my thought here. I'm more excited about the board changes. I really want to see what the Warrior Muse is getting changed to. Absolutely. Okay, so what's your idea, Underhill? Yeah, okay. Remember, you probably shouldn't pick something from the remaster because we can do that next month. Because otherwise, your build is going to be all screwed up when the remaster comes. Remember, it's Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Ranger, Rogue, Witch, and Wizard. So yeah, I wouldn't pick any of those, but other than that, I think you can pick pretty much anything. Yep, just waiting on Underhill to get back to me. Unfortunately, this what Psychic Summoner? Okay, that works. All right. Okay. All right. I'm not a huge fan of the summoner class, but if that's what you want to do, maybe we can actually make it work. Are you thinking psychic with? I mean, if you want to make the summoner the base, that's perfectly fine with me. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, what's your goal with this psychic summoner? That's what it depends on, really. What's your goal? How are you going to help the team with this belt? That's ultimately going to depend. That's gonna determine what's better going to be better as the base. Yeah, unfortunately, this is what happens when you only have one person in chat. So, guys, if you want to be part of this, absolutely become a channel member. Absolutely. You get this. You get a little badge next to your name that tells me you're a member. So at least I'm always going to reply to your comments on my videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I mean, those are both pretty good perks. So what you're thinking is, uh, go right. But the thing is, I'm thinking, if you went Summoner as base, then your Eidolon could protect you as um, well as other party members. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that's what these streams are for, you know? Not only that, but once I get a few more people in this stream, you'll have an entire you'll have an entire community that will be able to help you with your belt. Yeah, that's the entire point of this of these character creation streams, you know? But yeah, I'm thinking if you went Summoner's base, then I still think you'd be able to give abilities to your party, and the Eidolon would be able to protect you as well as, well, not so much you, but other party members. You know, and then your your Eidolon could also, like flank with allies and stuff like that. I mean, I think that's fine. However far you want to go is perfectly fine. We could also talk about the remaster here. I mean, I talked a little bit about it, but I'd be very interested to hear your opinion on it. So, yeah. So, yeah, we can go as far as you want to go. Absolutely. You know, my goal here is to help people figure out a teamwork strategy with whatever build they're wanting to make. You know, instead of instead of me going through a specific build, how I would build it. You know what I mean? I mean, I already do that on the channel. But, you know. Yeah, I think, okay. I mean, we can do it either way. I think that's the great thing about Pathfinder 2e. I think either way, we can do, I think either way, you know, it's not what you pick, it's how you use it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you can build your character however you want, and there are ways to help the team. So yeah, I think if Summoner Psychic is the way to, I think Summoner Psychic, if that's the way you want to go, there are ways to make that work. Absolutely. So, okay, if we're going Summoner first, let me pull up the Summoner class. Well, okay, first, actually, you know what? First, we need to pick Ancestry. What are you thinking for Ancestry for this build? I mean, you know, I think something like, you know, I mean, you could go something like Orc for high hit points. Um, but I mean, you could also go with something like, I mean, what's a class? What's an ancestor that's gonna give you high hit points and high charisma? Um, let me see here. Yeah. Um, we can't go dwarf because that's minus the charisma. Um, gnome, gnome does give con, which would give us a lot of hit points. Um, we could also go goblin. If we went goblin, we could go unbreakable goblin, which would give us a lot of hit points and the charisma we need. Not sure what you're saying there. I'm not familiar with that. What you're saying. But yeah, I do think either gnome or goblin would be amazing. Okay, gnome. All right, that's cool. Okay, now what heritage are we going to get? What heritage? What heritage of gnome are we picking? That's the question. I mean, we've got let me haven't looked at gnome in a long time. Yeah. Um I mean, yeah, I think chameleon gnome would help us, stealth around. Um Feytouch gnome would give us an extra primal spell. Uh Sensate gnome would let us get imprecise sense. Umbral gnome would give us dark vision. Um Vivacious Gnome would give us negative resistance. as well as resistance to the doomed condition. And oh, sure, no problem. And Wellspring Gnome would give us a cantrip from either the Arcane Divine or Occult spell list. Since we're going Psychic, that's going to give us the Occult list, so I really don't think we need another cantrip from the Occult list. However, Arcane or Divine would be interesting. Of course, it all depends on what our Eidolon's going to be, too. We're going to get Occult. We're going to get some Occult spells, so we might not need an Eidolon that gives us Occult spells. But Chameleon Gnome might be interesting because it would allow us to hide. We could hide, and then our Eidolon could do the fighting while we're doing mental spells. Yeah, that'd be very interesting. Yeah, neither have I, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at first level gnome feats before we pick a whoops. Sorry about that. I really like the chameleon as well. I mean, yeah, like I said, I think the chameleon would allow us to hide ourselves while our Eidolon does the fighting. I mean, yes, we're going to take the damage that our Eidolon takes, but we also will be hidden, so we're not going to take double damage or anything. You know what I mean? Like, if we're hidden, then our enemies aren't going to be able to target us and our Eidolon, which is going to help a lot. Yeah. I really like that a lot. I don't know about you. What do you think? And Vivacious? I mean, negative resistance and resistance to the doom condition isn't bad, but I think the Chameleon Gnome is going to be better. Exactly. Yes. That's what I'm thinking. Yes. And maybe we go with a Divine Eidolon, so we have the Divine list. That way we can, or the Primal list, either way. Yeah, I'm thinking a Divine or Primal Eidolon, because then we can heal ourselves and our allies. Yeah, this is turning into a dope character. Let's take a look at our gnome feats. Yeah. Okay, so first question: do we want a familiar? I mean, that's what Animal Accomplice gives us. Yep. At least I'm pretty sure that's what. Yeah. Yeah. Animal Accomplice gives us a familiar. Do we want a familiar? I mean, we can have an Eidolon and a familiar, but I mean, do we really need that? I don't know. Burrow Occlusionist gives us a burrow speed, which can be incredibly useful. Um, Empathetic plea. As long as we're trained in diplomacy, I think that might be amazing for this build. Um, yeah. Let's take a look here. Yeah, in case we yeah. Yeah, I didn't think we needed to. I do think empathetic plea would be amazing for this build. Because we're not always going to be able to hide. Yeah, I don't think we're always going to be able to hide. So, I mean, that would just be oh, by the way, puppy dog eyes, you know. Let's see. We've got Fey Fellowship. Um, oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Okay. So, that's not going to be useful. Yeah, Fey Fellowship. That helps us against Fey, and we can that helps us against Fey, and we can hold on. Let me write all this stuff down because this sounds like an amazing build already. So let's see. We go gnome, chameleon gnome. Okay, and yeah, Fey Fellowship just gives us a bonus on perception and saving throws against Fey. That's kind of a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? Situational. Yeah. Um it also gives us a bonus on diplomacy and make an impression on creatures we meet. That's decent, but you know. Um First world magic. Yeah, that's just gonna give us a primal cantrip. Well, not a primal cantrip, a primal first level spell. Yeah. Oh no, it is a cantrip. Okay. Yeah, a primal cantrip. It is a primal cantrip. Okay. Yeah. Um. What are these numbers you're writing down? I'm not sure what you mean by those. Gnome Obsession. I really don't think we need Gnome Obsession for that. For this because illusion sense. Okay. Hmm. Illusion sense. Okay, let's take a look at illusion sense. I still think empathetic plea would be amazing for this build. But yeah. Okay. I think illusion sense is incredibly situational. Because I mean, unfortunately, you're really not gonna run into that many illusions. But I mean, if you want the feats that are tied to it, then yeah, we can take that. Faith Fellowship, again, kind of situational. Um, I mean, it's totally up to you what feat you take here, but I personally think empathetic plea is probably the best feat to take here. I mean, if I'm building this build, that is what I am 100% taking. But that's me. Um, the thing is, the reason Empathetic Plea is so good is because, you know, we want to be stealthy in this build. We want to be hiding while our Eidolon does all the attacking while we're doing our psychic stuff and our divine magic and all that. But we're not always going to be able to do that. So, it's like with Empathetic Plea, though. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, you didn't let me finish, but yeah. We're not always going to be able to do that, and if if our ally, if enemies do come after us, we have a chance to say nope. So yeah, but yeah. Okay, all right. Now, I mean, do we really need to go through background for this? I mean, honestly, about 90% of the time with this with background, it really doesn't matter. Unless we want a specific skill feat, which honestly, most of the time we don't. Um, yeah, you can pretty much pick what you want. That's pretty much how backgrounds work, you know? It's like, yeah, it gives you a certain, as long as you get the stats you need, it really doesn't matter what you pick. You know. So I think we can skip background for now. Um oh, um but before we do that, we should honestly go through the gnome the stats we're gonna get from being a gnome. So gnome gives us so you know how ancestries work now. Um you know, we can pick the gnome boosts, or we can pick 2 free boosts. In this situation, I think we could do either. To be honest with you, um, the only problem with the gnome, uh, the only problem with the gnome boost is that minus to strength, which is gonna hurt our Eidolon. Wait, is it? I haven't built a summoner in a long time. I have no idea whether minus the strength is actually gonna hurt our Eidolon or not. I need to look at that. Yeah. I need to 100% look at that. Um, yeah, okay. Yeah. I think we definitely need charisma for sure. Because we can go the option for psychic that makes them go off charisma. We don't need intelligence. Um, yeah, okay. I just need to see if the minus two charisma or the minus two strength is. Oh, really? Okay. I'm gonna look just in case, but honestly, if it doesn't, then yeah, gnome's a great option. I mean, it is going to get our hit points and our AC. I know that much for sure. We're not going to have a huge amount of spells, but yeah. I need to see how Eidolons work. We are going to get a lot of hit points from being a summoner. That's good. Yeah. And your hit points. I know it gets your hit points for sure. Yeah, sorry. It's been like a really long time since I built a summoner. I'm not a huge fan, but this build is starting to make me a little bit more of a fan. Let's look at the full details. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know for sure it gets, yeah. Yeah, okay. Doesn't get your stats. Okay, that's good. It does not get your stats. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's really good. It gets, yeah, okay. It gives you skills. Yeah. All right. Okie dokie. All right, that's good. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, I think we can go with the gnome boosts here. Um, is that what you're thinking? Because we don't need strength at all, for sure. And I mean, Constitution's gonna give us more hit points. Charisma is gonna give us better spell casting for both our summoner and our psychic. And we can pick whatever we want for our free boost. Or we can pick two free boosts if we want, and just pick Constitution and Charisma. Sounds good. Yeah, yeah, we can pick our background after. Yeah, okay. So what are you thinking? Yeah, which Eidolon to take? Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. Okay, now, what are you thinking for ability boosts? For being a gnome? Personally, I'm thinking take the gnome boosts. But that's me. We can take dexterity for our free. Yeah. I don't think we need much. Yeah. I don't think we need intelligence for this build. Because remember, psychic can go off intelligence or charisma. Oh, but does a psychic dedication require intelligence? That's a good point. We're not going to be able to take all four. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm thinking the psychic. I'm thinking the psychic dedication might take intelligence. Yeah, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? I don't think we need any more intelligence than that, but I need to see if the psychic dedication requires intelligence. I know psychics can go off of either intelligence or. Or it's int or charisma. Okay, let's just make sure on that. But yeah. Okay. We really want to get the most out of this build. We're gonna have to. We really want to go over what you're gonna take for the psychic. We have to go to at least level 2. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And we're definitely gonna have a charisma of at least 14 for sure. So, okay, so the gnome boost. Okay. Strength, dex, con, wisdom, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Okay. All right. So gnome gives us an 8 strength, which I really don't think we need to go any higher than. But we can always take that as one of our free boosts to get rid of the negative. Okay. So then we've got con and charisma. Now, what's our free boost going to be? I mean, you said either dex or wisdom. I'm thinking dex is more important here at first level, don't you? That's what I'm thinking. I mean, we need that defense, and it's gonna make us better at stealth. And I mean, wisdom, yeah, I don't know that we really need a huge amount of that at first level. Okay, yeah, that's okay. All right. So we've got our ancestry boost. We're gonna skip background for now, so let's move on to class. Um, Summoner gives us a boost to our main stat is charisma, so yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna put 16 for now because we know we're boosting our charisma as part of our background. Okay. Now, before we pick our free boosts, we should pick our Eidolon. Now, for this, we probably want the Divine or Primal list. What are you thinking? I'm thinking either one would be great. So far, I am absolutely loving this belt. Yeah. I might use it with some changes. Absolutely. uh, so, um, yeah. Divine or Primal. Both of us are going to give us the heal spell. Divine is going to give us more support spells, whereas Primal is going to give us support spells and attack spells. The Angel, the Nymph, and the Psychopomp. Okay, so that's Divine. Let's see. Nymph. Psychopomp gives us Divine. and the nymph. Do you mean the Fae blood? Do you mean the I don't see the nymph on here. Do you mean the Fae Eidolon? Because that would give us primal. Because after Fae, it goes straight to plant, which, you know. Huh, yeah, there's definitely a nymph sorcerer bloodline. But yeah, okay, okay. Um, thematically, Fae is perfect. Because we are no. Um, but, I mean, I think you could go with any of those. I think they'd be fantastic. But thematically, Fae is perfect. Yeah, there's absolutely a a nymph sorcerer bloodline. But yeah, but not a nymph. Okay. Any of those would be great, especially Faye Eidolon would be a perfect fit for this. So Angel and Psychopomp would give you Divine. Faye would give you Primal. Yeah. That's right. There is the elemental, isn't there? That would also give you the primal list. I still think Faye would be like thematically amazing for this build. But you know, I think any of these would be great. Cool. That sounds fantastic thematically. Yeah. Especially since you're a freaking gnome. Does it really have some spellcasting at level 1? Um, if it does, Faye is absolutely amazing as an Eidolon. Yeah. You're right, it does. Um, okay. Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. And those are definitely going to help us with. Oh, this is perfect. This is so perfect. Yeah. Oh, wow. I already love this belt. I hope you don't mind, but I'm 100% using this. Okay, so, let's see. Summoner is a. Summoner is a spellcaster, so. Um, I don't think we get a first level class feat. Um, let's make sure. No, we do not get a. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We do not get a first level class feat. So yeah. I think we are done with first level. Yeah, I mean, you should be able to handle the rest of it by yourself, you know. Um all that's left is doing the stats. Um yeah, okay. Now, if we want to get into summoner. Oh, okay. So we do get. Okay. Oh, you're right. We do get. Okay. We have to get. We have to. Okay. We do get a feat, but we do have to. But it has to be one for our Eidolon. Okay. All right. So let's see here. We got a primal cat. We got a primal Eidolon. All right. So come on, man. Come up. All right. So let's see here. Um. Let me look. Okay, so it looks like our options are advanced weaponry, um, energy hearts, expanded senses, glider, and glider form. Yeah, those are our options. Um, advanced weapon does oh, okay. Advanced weapon might actually be really good for this belt. Advanced weaponry might actually, because that'll give us a weapon trait on our Eidolon's attacks. Um, things like grapple, shove, trip, that sort of thing. Oh yeah. Let me pull up. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a good point. What does the Fey Eidolon even start with? That's a good point. Um, let's take a look. But if it doesn't already have it, then adding things like grapple and trip to its attacks would be downright amazing. Um, Sorry, my computer's really slow because we're streaming, you know. Next time I'll have to do something about it. But anyway, look at the Fey Eidolon. So it looks like it has a fist, a wing, and you can choose to either have a fist, a wing, or an attack shaped like a weapon. And oh, the other thing is, do we want the skirmisher or do we want the trickster? That's going to determine our stats. And that's kind of important too. Personally, for how this build is going, I think skirmisher is going to be the best here. I'm sure it doesn't help that I have multiple tabs open either. But yeah. Yes. Skirmisher is the one that has less charisma. It also has higher strength than Con, though. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, do we want its attacks to be a fist, a wing, or an attack shaped like some kind of weapon? That's the next question. The way I'm understanding how that works is that if you pick the option that says this is shaped like a weapon. No, it doesn't say that. Okay, never mind. Okay, cool. All right. Shaped like a weapon. Okay, now, if we were to... Okay, so, make it a sphere. It's still an unarmed attack, which means we can still take advanced weaponry. So, we can give it... The best ones to give it are either going to be grapple, shove, trip, or the versatile, or any of the versatiles. Yeah. Disarm is like not a good action at all. I don't think we want to do non-lethal damage. Right? So I mean, those two are out. Everything else though, I think is great. If we take this feat. But we could also take yes. Energy Heart will just give it we'll just give our unarmed attacks energy damage and it resistance to that energy type, which isn't great. Expanded senses will give it low light and dark vision, as well as sense out to 30 feet, which isn't bad. And glider form, allows it to glide down so it doesn't take as much fall damage. But again, that's situational. So, I mean, I think either advanced weaponry or expanded senses would be great here. And either one of them would actually, and as for the trip and grapple, either one of them would make them flat-footed, which means that are, or I should say, off guard, because that's what they're changing it to the remaster. But I do think the grapple trait is a good option here. Absolutely. Okay, sounds good. Now, I think we at least need to go to level 2 so we can at least start with the psychic stuff. Otherwise, we'll end here. It's really up to you, though. I mean, let's be honest here. Yeah. I mean, I think we're basically done. Yeah. Yeah, because, oh, the other thing is, do we want this to be small or medium? I'm thinking medium. You know? Sounds good. Okay. Okay, sounds good. All right. So, yeah. The only other thing I can think of is um small or medium for the Eidolon. I'm thinking medium. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So, now I don't usually go through skill feats in my build, so I mean, unless you really want to, we're just gonna do class feat here. Yeah. Which class feat and our free archetype feat, obviously. But so let's see here. Now that we're level 2, we have quite a few more options. We can take quite a few more of our Eidolon. Yeah. Okay. So for level 2 feats, we've got Aliquidus Action, which increases the speed of our Eidolon by 10 feet, which is amazing. Do we want our Eidolon to be able to go underwater? That seems incredibly situated. Um, Okay, so it's magical adept. Okay. We already get magical understudy just from being a Fey Eidolon, so nope. Ranged combatants. Let's see. Do we want a ranged unarmed attack on our Eidolon? Yeah, I didn't think so. Um, we could take reinforced Eidolon, although I'm not 100% sure what. Um, I mean, it'd be incredibly cool to be able to ride our Eidolon. Wouldn't that be dope? But I don't know that we really need that. Um, let's see here. Reinforced Eidolon does what? Okay. The reinforced Eidolon just makes our Eidolon tougher. Four side bomb? I'm not seeing that. Are you talking about reinforced Eidolon? Otherwise, I'm not seeing that feat. It sounds like you're talking about reinforced Eidolon, which I mean, yeah, I think that would be a good. I think that would be a good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, I do think we take reinforce Eidolon here. Yeah, that does sound really good for this belt. Now, we do have to take our psychic dedication here at second level. That is, yeah. Let's take a look at what the psychic dedication actually gives us. Okay, so we get occultism. Uh, oh, we do get to choose a conscious mind. Okay. Um, okay, so we pick a conscious mind. We get a side cantrip of our choice from our conscious mind, but we don't get any other. We get the normal benefits and the amp for this side cantrip, but nothing else from the conscious mind. Um, and of course, we get a focus point that we can refocus on meditating. We can refocus by meditating. Okay. And if we have a focus pool, which we 100% do, we get 2 focus points, which is awesome. Okay. All right. So we need to pick a conscious mind. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking Silent Whisper as well. That message cantrip is just way too good. Yeah. Okay. All right. oh, oh, we do need to go back to background. Um, yeah, we do know that we need to go back to level 1 and pick a background. Um, uh, I mean, we obviously want one that ups our charisma. But what other stat are we upping here? I mean, we can basically just pick one that I really don't think we need to pick a specific background here. You just need to decide what besides charisma we're boosting for our background. That's the main thing. I'm thinking we up our dex. That seems like a good option. We will be using charisma for just about everything. I don't think we need to up anything else except our dex. For mine, I'm gonna go ahead and put spots. Okay, now for our free boosts. We are definitely upping our charisma. Now, what's our other 3? I'm thinking Dex is one of them. What's our other 2? I don't think we need to up our strength at all. Um, might want to increase our con. Yeah, I think we definitely want to up our con because that'll increase our Eidolon's hit points and our own. Okay, wisdom sounds good. Yeah, okay. Yep, okay. Sounds good. All right, we've got our stats now. Okay, so we're pretty much done with level. We're pretty much done with level 2. Let's move on to level 3. Okay, level 3. Now the question is, does Summoner get anything special we need to pick at level 3? I don't. About the only thing I can think of that they might get is signature spells. Which I mean, you're gonna know better than I will what signature spells you want at that level. Let's just make sure there's nothing else. Okay, so perception goes up, skill increases. Oh, oh, right. Summoners get unlimited signature. Every spell we have is a signature spell. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we just need to pick a general feat then. Okay. So, you've watched my videos. You know the three general feats I always take. But when do we need to take Canny Acumen? That is the question. I think toughness might be more important to up our hit points. But let's see here. When okay, so summoners start off with okay, reflex is gonna be our lowest save, and when do we get that? Um when do we get expert in reflex save? Not until level 9. Right. Yeah, that's the downside. Right. Okay, so yeah, for our general feats, what I would recommend is for our third level general feat, I would either take Canny Acumen for our reflex saves, or toughness is going to be very important for this build, because that's going to give our Eidolon more hit points. Um, so I mean, it depends. Do you want you and your Eidolon? Yeah, I think toughness is going to be more important than Canny Acumen here. We'll take Canny Acumen at level 7. At least that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I think toughness is way more important. Yeah, I agree with you there. Alright. That's all we need to pick for level 3. Oh, and a skill increase, but I'm going to let you figure that out. Um, Level 4. I mean, unless you really want to go through skills for this. I mean, the problem with skills and skill feats is that what you pick is going to depend on your campaign. That's all there is to it, you know? But anyway, moving on. Now we can talk about our 4th level. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Come on. Are you kidding me? Didn't even come up. Of course not. Next time I really gotta fix this. Yeah. That's why I don't cover skills in the video. Absolutely not. Let's see. When do we get that's at 7th. Okay, so we're not even gonna get into that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we've got a few options here. Um, okay, so we do have Bloodletting Claws, which lets our Eidolon do bleed damage on a crit. Defense Summoner might be really good for this build. Oh, but you have to be within reach of it. No, never mind. Dual energy heart requires energy heart, so nope. Links life link surge. Okay, let's look at the life link surge focus spell. Let's see what that does. I have no idea. Oh my god. Lifelink surge. That might be really good for this belt. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, lifelink surge might be really good. Let's see what else we've got at level 4. I don't think we need reactive dismissal. Shrink down. Basically, it gives your Eidolon fast healing 4 for 4 rounds. It's a focus spell, so you can keep using it. Um, Tandem movement allows both of you to move at the same time. And you can move in different directions, which is really good. Um, Correct. Um, Vibration sense gives it tremor sense, which is really good as well. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. For 4th level, anyway. Um, what do you think about that? I'm gonna take a little break here. So I will see you in a little bit here. And yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it would do. Yes. Tandem movement would do exactly that. Yes. At least that's the way I'm reading it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think that's a great option. Yeah, okay. All right. Now, for our free archetype, psychic. Yeah, we can absolutely pick that up later. Yeah. All right, come up. Come on. Okay, we have a couple of options for our level 4 psychic feats. Come on. I think I know how to fix this, but I'm gonna have to try it for next time. Really? Come on. Anyway, it looks like we have a couple of options here. We can take basic wizard, we can take basic psychic spell casting, or we can take a first or second level psychic feat. Sometimes I hate my computer. Yeah, that sounds good. Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. I got rid of that finally. Yeah, I agree. I mean, all those are going to do is give us extra side cantrips, I think. So yeah. Okay. So, um, All right. So I think we are done with Summoner, and we're done with Psychic. Okay. Now all we have left to do is pick an Ancestry feat from our gnome for level 5. And now, let's see here. So for level 5, we've got I don't think we need Animal Occlusionists. We can't take Gnome Eclectic Obsession. We don't have a focus spell from a Gnome Heritage or Ancestry feat. Let's see here. Project Persona. That might be interesting. Oh, all that does is let us change the appearance of our armor, which honestly is not that good. Yeah, there isn't a great 5th level Ancestry feat here. So what we could take is you said you liked Illusion Sense, and there is quite a few feats that go off that. But we could also take Vibrant Display, and that'll let us actually use our Chameleon Gnome Heritage. Yeah. Basically once per 10 minutes, excuse me. We can use the Feint action and compare our Deception to the Perception DCs of all adjacent creatures rather than just one creature. Yeah. Yeah. So basically we can feint against a whole bunch of different creatures rather than just one. I mean, it's not great. Vibrant Display. We could also take Unexpected Shift, which will help us with that would help us with our defense. Yeah. Wouldn't really help the Eidolon, but would help us with our defense. Although, can the Eidolon use reactions that we have access to? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. I didn't think the Eidolon could use our reactions. But, Unexpected Shift is a good option here. Because, if we do run into a situation where we're getting attacked instead of our Eidolon, then yeah, we can gain resistance to the damage. Yeah, I think unexpected shift is the feat here. Yeah. I mean, you know. Or or we could also take illusion sense. Yeah. 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 Okay, cool. All right. So we'll take unexpected shift here. All right, sounds good. That does also lead to fortuitous shift, which is even better. So that's good. Okay. So, I think we're done with this build, and I gotta say, I love it. Yeah, this is wow. See, this is why I do these character creation streams. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that as well. Yes. Okay, so yeah. All right. So, I think we're done unless you want to talk about the remaster. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of here. Um, this build probably won't end up being a video. It'll probably be one of the it'll probably be one of the builds I give to tier 2 patrons, if I'm being honest. It does. It 100% does. But yeah, like I said, it probably won't end up being a video. It'll be a I needed a I I needed a build to give tier 2 patrons. I do that every month too, around this time. So, yeah. I think this is going to tier 2 patrons. Because I've got other builds in mind for videos, unfortunately. So, yeah, you probably won't see this one on the channel. As much as I would love as many people to play this build as possible. Yeah. It is because of the OGL stuff. But, I mean, they're doing it because they pretty much have to. Because, otherwise they could get sued by WotC. I don't think it's too soon at all anyway, to be honest. It's not happening until next month. Um, yeah, that's the thing. What you don't realize is what people don't realize is they can still use the same old rules. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's getting remastered, and most of it is staying pretty much the same. It's just they're fixing a lot of stuff, and they're changing the names. That's pretty much all they're doing. I mean, I mean, you're still going to be able to use the old rules for all the classes. In fact, you're going to have to for like 6 of the classes. Maybe even 8. But 6 that I can think of. because Player Core 2 won't come out until July of next year. That's if it comes out on time. You know? I mean, I don't know. That's how I think anyway. It's I don't think a whole lot is changing. I mean, yes, the Witch and the Wizard are getting big changes, but everything else is getting I mean, it's like they're basically just taking Wizard stuff and making it their own. That's pretty much all they're doing. Yeah, that is true. I didn't think of that. Yeah. Uh, yeah, when Watsy when Watsy told that bull, there were a lot of heel players that went over to Pathfinder. So yeah, I do feel like but that's the thing. That is the thing. See, everything's going to be in Archives of Nethys. You don't have to buy the new book at all. No. That's the thing. The great thing about Paizo is that they have everything from every single book, all the rules and everything, on Archives of Nethys for complete free. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. They're putting everything on Archives of Nethys like they usually do. So, yeah, you never have to buy any of the books unless you want like the lore or like the story of modules and stuff like that. This is what I love about Paizo. They're not Watsy. They don't care about making a ton of money. I mean, it's like they want to make enough so they can stay in business. That's it. And have everybody be and if you want to buy the books, sure, buy the books. That'll help them out a lot. That's probably honestly, where they get most of their money from. But, if you don't want to buy the books, everything's on Archives. Unlike Watsy. I mean, if you look at the homepage of Watsy, they literally say, yeah, I know. I know. That's why everybody needs to let new players know that everything is on Archives of Nethys. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I am yeah, I am 100% telling my viewers, you don't have to buy the remaster books. You can once it's get close to the remaster coming out. Yeah, I'm going to be telling people you do not have to buy the remaster books. Already got the books. If you already got the books, then then yeah. If you're just buying the books because they're being remastered, because you think you have to, you don't. You absolutely do not. Everything is on Archives of Nethys. But yes, you're right. New players won't know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, they are a business at the end of the day, so they're not going to say that. But, But yeah, I am 100%. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, all right. Do we want to talk about what's going to be in the remaster or not? I mean, I I mean they haven't covered much um other than what I already talked about in one of my videos, so, I mean we can talk about it, sure, but yeah. I'm going to do a video on as soon as another pre okay, so yeah, I'm gonna talk about this when more previews come out, but they did talk a little bit about what they're changing for the Ranger. Um, I can tell you that they are changing Crossbow Ace because now they have an actual, martial crossbow. Thank God. Yeah, the Arbalist. So now they're making Crossbow Ace. Yeah, they did. They did. He did do a video on the Ranger changes the other day. Yes, he did. I'm gonna do that, but I feel like the changes to Ranger are enough for its own video. I really don't think so. I mean, if the next one is Witch, I will 100% cover the Ranger with the Witch. Yeah, if the next preview is, yeah. Mhm. I mean, we really don't know a huge amount about the. We really don't know a huge amount of what's going to change about the witch. I mean, they gave us a basic idea, but I feel like if the next one is the witch, that'd be great, or the bard. I'm really excited about what the bard is changing, especially what the warrior muse is changing to, because we know that's going to change. Because bards are getting martial, because all bards are getting martial weapons now. All of them. So they have to change the warrior muse because that was the warrior muse's whole thing. Did they? I The only thing that I've seen as a preview for the witch was when they previewed all the classes at PaizoCon, or was it Gen Con? I don't remember. It was either no, it was PaizoCon. It was PaizoCon. Yeah, yeah, it was PaizoCon that they previewed all the classes. But as far as I know, they haven't gone into any more detail in anything other than the witch or the wizard and the ranger. But hopefully we'll get, yeah. But let's just look. I don't think we're gonna get that. I really don't think we're gonna get. They pretty much. I really. So would I, but I really don't think we're gonna get that. Yeah, I think somebody did do a. I think somebody did do a a video on the Witch remaster, but they did it all the way back in August when the okay, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, they gave us was a page from the book, but yeah. Okay. All right. I'll let you go. Thanks for coming to the stream, and I'll see you next month. Yeah, I should probably get something to eat as well. So I'll see you next month. Hopefully we'll be able to do something with the remaster next month. Talk to you later. Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah. It comes out on the 15th, so it'll have to be after that. But yeah, absolutely we can do another character build after the remaster. And hopefully by then I should be closer to 1,000 subscribers. That'd be fantastic. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah. So guys, if you're watching this and you're not a member, you just saw what we do here. So, go ahead and join. And until next time, teamwork is vital.